Hi, this is Aryan, and this is third episode of Raw and Real Design Process, where I'm helping brands build a better website. So this is the third episode, and I'm honestly having a lot of fun building building these episodes. But the thing is, it just takes a lot of time to record these, so I'm not able to find the time to do it every other day. But I'll try to do it twice a week. So I'm not sure which video is this. I think this is like, um, yeah, first video of this week, right? So let's hope I'm able to record another one very soon. But for that, I'll need to find a brand. So if you're a brand who wants this level of detailed breakdown done for you, make sure to click the link down below. You can message me, DM me. I'll link everything in the description. So yes, in this video, we're going to be doing this for Elios. I hope I'm pronouncing that well. I've seen some of the videos that they have on their website. I think it is pronounced Elios. So this is basically a brand which helps businesses like air conditioning. Actually, I'll give you a very quick, like, I've taken like a very good summary here. So Elios builds AI agents that acts 24/7 front office for trades businesses. So if you're a plumber business, electrician, air conditioning, I think HVAC stands for that, fire and security operators, the agent answers every inbound call, follow up. So basically all the communication that happens in these businesses, it is directly managed by Elios, which is like an AI software, right? So even if you take a look on their website, you'll understand it very simply, right? So for example, there are different AI agents that they have: out of hours AI agent, daytime customer service rep, AI sales executive, field engineer assistant. Sorry, I don't know why I'm messing up. Scheduling assistant. So these are all the agents that they have, and this is how their website looks like. I would say this looks very, very generic. I don't think for an AI brand, especially if you're in an industry where you have to show how your process works. So yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of work that needs to be done, not even from a perspective of the visuals, but how they structure it, right? So yeah, let's see, what's wrong so far. So if you take a look, this is how the hero section looks like, and I think the headline that they're going with, it's super generic. Like, this is something that any AI brand can use. Like, the only AI agent you'll want on your team. Like, this is very generic, right? Grow your business with AI agents built for trades and field services. So you don't exactly get what outcome um you can get once you install the product, right? That's not what's being highlighted, which I think should be like the priority. Like, what exactly is the outcome that the user is going to end? So this is like something very generic that's added. They do have this nice, what do you call, like an audio. So if you click on it, let me actually.
Hi, you're through to Joe at UK Home Services. How can I help?
Hi, I'm having some trouble with my boiler. I don't have any heating or hot water.
I'm sorry to hear that. Let me help you with that.
Okay, so as you can see, basically the assistant answered the call, and it's like just handling everything, right? So yeah, this is like mainly what the product is, but the way that they've presented it is like super weak. I think they can do so much better. Like, they can literally show like a whole process of the call being like a call being illustrated directly on the hero section, and it just looks very plain, very dead, even at the start. I like the orange that they're going with the color, but it's just not standing out. And even if you take a look at agents, right, like, they're just using very basic iconography. It doesn't give like a life that a brand needs. And I think this is a quite new brand, so maybe they just wanted to quickly get something out, which, I mean, speed is usually preferred when you're a startup. But yeah, if they don't change, then it's going to be really bad for the business, because you're not able to explain your product that well. That's the main issue here. So even if we go to any of the agents landing page, which I'm not going to touch because it's going to take forever if I do it. Maybe I will, I'm not very sure. Let's see how much time it takes. Never miss a call ever. Like, again, the copy is not well done. And then you have keep your business running, always on. It just sounds very vague. Never miss a call. I think that's also, yeah, it's being repeating here. Keep your business running with an automated on-call process. You see, like, there's so much inconsistency even in like, even on these cards. Like, even though these are just 3 cards, they could have just gone with like a simple system for heading and description, right? And then you have this section, which is fine. I mean, these are just logos, right? Keep your business running 24/7, always on. Again, like, a lot of things are just being repeated. I don't think the page is thought out well. So let's see what we can exactly do. I'm also going to be using Claude on the side to just help me write a better structure. But yeah, let's just see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking the full screenshot, and I'm going to be giving it my idea, like my point of view. So let's just take the full page screenshot, and I'm going to be giving it like a proper context. All right, so we are actually redesigning this landing page. More than redesign, we need a better structure, because I think there are a lot of issues, and I'm going to be mentioning them one by one. The hero section is very weak, and most of the copy is just very generic. I think this applies to all the sections. It's taking up some time. Okay, that's good. Let's open this back again. Okay, we click on get started. It takes us to, oh, okay, it takes you to Google Calendar, right? All right, that's fine. This is fine. I don't have any issues with it. I will most likely show it differently, like in terms of visuals. This also is fine the way that they've mentioned it, but there needs to be more personality added to these cards. Like, I think the agents can also be somewhat highlighted in the hero section itself. Like these can be cards which can work as a marquee or a ticker. Just like a quick idea. Then what we can do is, yeah. I think they're also lacking process section, which should just ideally highlight how they can get started. This is something we can write on our own since this is not highlighted on the page. So maybe we can have like a 3-step process. Or wait, actually what I'll do is I will just check if they have any FAQs. No, they don't have an FAQ either. Even these stats, they can be shown a lot earlier, but they're just like at the bottom, like they're buried. Okay. I think the stats can also be shown a lot earlier, but they're just like coming like in the end of the website. There's also a lot of visual things, but I don't think I will ideally get into visuals right now because I think structure is a lot more important than just visuals. Oh, and they're also backed by Y Combinator. I didn't notice it. So yeah, I think they're quite new and they need a better set of systems for their website. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, this is fine. Additionally, you can also give me more suggestions how we can build a better landing page. And the whole idea here is to make it very compact also, because I think the page here is quite compact, which I honestly like. But I think their agent part needs more, like it needs to be more fleshed out. And I do know how we can do it. So let's actually, I think we can most likely also add the agent's information in the second sections as different cards also. Maybe it didn't make sense. Let me think again. Yeah, okay. These can work as a bigger card with a tabular process. So if you click on any of the tab, it changes to another card. So by this, what I mean is like we have this card, right? And then you have all the agents, something like this maybe. And I think they have, how many agents they have? Oh, 6 agents. So we'll have to see if that works because I think 6 agents will be. Okay, let's see. What I'm going to do, I'm still going to go ahead with it. I'm just going to mention it to Claude that this is what I'm expecting. So let's just do it like this and just show that one of them is selected. Let's add this frame, and I'm also going to be pasting this image inside Claude. The third image is basically the reference for that. All right, so we have that set. Also, I think agents should have more personality. So maybe you can give me some idea on how we can do it. I'm thinking of actually using real people's face. So I think it also gives them like a human touch. All right, I think this much context for Claude is enough. Let's see what it spits out. I'm going to turn on extended thinking, and yeah, let's go. All right, let's see. Okay, so it's wait, is it designing or not? I don't think it is, but let's see. Page structure, hero, a specific copy. All right, that's good. Stats bar, early anchored with context. Okay. Client logos, tabbed agent sections, how it works, integration, testimonial. Yeah, I think 8 to 10 sections are more than enough for almost like 99% of the businesses. So yeah, I think this is a good, even though navbar isn't, I wouldn't use it as a section. So there are overall like 8 of them, right? So yeah, I think that's good. So let's see what it's building. Oh, actually it's properly coding it. So I'm quite excited to see the output, even though I know it's going to be like super generic in terms of visuals, but it will give us like good idea on how the AI is thinking on, building it, like where the certain elements are going to be placed. All right, guys, so this is the output, pretty bad in terms of visuals, but let's see how it has given us the copy. I think even copy, it just feels super salesy, like it's extremely salesy, and I don't like it at all. So I think heading is something we'll have to work on. Every missed call is a job your competitor just booked, like super salesy. I think it needs to sound a lot better. This can be mentioned in the description, but as a heading, this sounds really, really cheap. Elios AI agents answer every call, book every blah, blah, blah. Built specifically for plumbers, extraction, HVAC, and field service businesses, not a generic chatbot or trained member of your team. Again, this also will need a more refinement. Then we have see in action and a book demo. I like this that it has given see in action. So I think what this can ideally do is if you click on it, it gives like it basically plays the same simulation that is there on their page, right? But obviously it can be designed differently then. That's another idea. And then you have, okay, so it has also illustrated some of the process. Live today, 4 agents active. Sarah, okay, that's good. Job booked. Code converted. Yeah, I think this is a better way of showing. Like you actually show the agents. Like these can, like whatever is mentioned, this can also be like real faces, right? So that's also there. And then your AI team. Okay, this is good. It's really nice. And then it has also mentioned stats, which is something that I mentioned it to do. So we also have these certain stats that are there. Then you have 6 agents. All right, this is wonderful. out of hours, daytime, sales executive, scheduling, appointments, field engineer. Great work. I love this. So it has mentioned like a short detail, and then under that it has also mentioned pointers. That's amazing. This is exactly what I wanted it to do. And yeah, I think it has achieved it quite well. But with that, there can be like a call to action at the end, which it hasn't given. So, that's something we can do. But as you can see, it has also illustrated, even though this is like very basic and it doesn't have like a design taste, but this looks quite good, very promising. All right, live in days, not months. Fine, I think this can be improved a lot. We onboard your business in one session. Your agents go live handling calls from day one. I think it's a bit too fast. Maybe it takes time because we have to properly add context to their agents. So maybe let's say day 3. We optimize together as your business grows. Great work. Then the tools that are being used, testimonials, and a final call to action. This is a very, very nice structure. I think even if they change it to this structure, this can do wonders for them, because then you're not being redirected to other pages. You're like on a single page, and everything is being explained in a lot better way. 6 agents, every job covered, every hour. Again, I think the headlines are really bad. That they need to be like improved a lot. All right, guys, so let's start building this inside Cursor now. So all the copy changes that needs to be done, I'll directly do it inside there also. But I think we do have a very good structure, which I just want to put on a website first, right? So let's actually do it that way. And yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be taking this, I'm going to be downloading this file, and I'm just going to be feeding it to Cursor. So this is actually like my first proper build on Cursor. So there might be some problems that I might come across, but let's see how I do it. So let's give this to Cursor. And I'll also be, I'm also going to be using like this cheat code, which will help us build this a lot more smoothly. So this is a very nice dark theme that I like. And obviously this is just for demo purposes. If we are building something for Elios, then obviously I'll be, building something from scratch. But just to save us some time, we're going to be using this brand's theme. This is linear. So let's actually do it. I've got this really nice 2 files, design MD and scale MD, which basically gives any LLM a very good idea on what kind of style we want to go with. So let's actually use this. But I want you to properly use the design and skill that are in these 2 files. So basically all the theme and all the structure that you'll need to use in terms of design, let's say padding, spacing, font sizes, you'll need to use these 2 files. So then I'm going to be typing, like I'm going to be adding these 2, right? So let's actually plan this first. And let's see what this brings us out. So it's going to think through it. And as you can see, this is like a proper .md file, which contains all the styles and all the spacing and padding that is required. And obviously we can always update it to their theme, but this is just so, we can speed up the process to give them something a lot better, right? Face here, because it's asking me certain questions. How should the brand colors be handled? Apply actual dark palette in design MD. Yes. Okay. I think this is good. Where should we rebuild? Where should the rebuild pages be saved? Okay, let's create a new index.html. I think that's a better option. So now as you can see, it's properly planning everything, which I think is the best thing that you can do. So even the AI has like a proper context on what you're actually building, right? So that is there. Now let's just see how it's going to give me the output. So this is what it has given us. Again, I think this can definitely have a lot more better visuals. So let's actually work on that. So what I'm going to mention it is to first change the fonts. I think we can just go with enter. So what I will mention it. Okay, I'm going to mention it a few things. Placeholder, the circular placeholder that is there. For example, before Sarah, you have SC, then JMAL. I want real people's face there. So you can use Unsplash to get that imagery and make sure you have like good headshot of people. So this is the second one. And the third is, I don't want to use orange everywhere. So reduce it and only use it for call to actions, which is, let's say, book a demo. Okay, that is there. If I reload it, I just want to see, yeah. For stats section, I want a number counter to load, like from 0 to that specific number. It should work as a number counter. That's very important. For how it works section, I basically want the line to load and go to second pointer and then third pointer. Like it should act as an animation when it comes in view. And yeah, let's the text only enter needs to be there. Remove for all the text styles. Okay, I think this is fine. Okay, I think another thing that we can do is for see it in action button, I want to use an audio icon instead of like an arrow, and also use that icon before the text. So the idea here is if they click on it, that audio starts playing, something like that. All right, so we have that. Again, Claude is not really great. I mean, it can give you some like basic wireframe of like, it can give you a good concept of what illustrations there can be, but if we want to make it even better, obviously we have to design it from hand, which I'm not going to do in this video because this is like a test I want to do with by using cursor, because that other process is going to take too much of the time. Which for your team section, can we use a vertical layout? Like I want the square image with rounded corners on the top, and then under that we have the name and the agent description that is there. So what that actually means is, let's just suppose this is the card and like this is the agent that is there. I'm just gonna like this will basically be like the heading, and then we have like what the agent is about, and on the right side we need like this. So this can also kind of demonstrate like the user that, oh, like if they click on it, they can actually listen to the simulation, right? And this will basically summarize most of their main AI agents that are there. I think that's what I'm thinking. So if they click on it, it plays that, like out of hours agent, it plays that agent, right? This can also be done here, but I think here we're mostly going to be doing all the explaining, for which I think these illustrations are fine. But yeah, let's also add that. Also may add arrows at the bottom, because I don't want this section to automatically keep on moving like a marquee, because now we have interaction added to it, right? Make sure the sizing is smaller, but this is basically the layout. This isn't what colors I want. This is just a wireframe. Just apply the same color scheme that you have right now, but obviously you also want images on those cards. So yeah, I think we have given it a lot of instructions, and I think that is good for now. It's fine if these are just like text, because again, this isn't like a final design. This is just a better structure that I'm building. And I think there's another thing we can add. So let's add another pointer for testimonial sections. Just make sure you don't use that orange shade that is there on the numbers. Also, under the 2 cards of testimonial, I want you to add like a wide video, like a single video. Just use like any placeholder video that is there, but I just want a video element also to be there. Okay, so this is mainly like overall thoughts that I have. So let's just do that, after which we're just gonna make like a better copy. I just want like the whole structure to be there first, and then we'll work on the copy. So again, alright, so now we have a plan. So it's gonna swap all the Google fonts, replace all 2 letters. Okay, this is the plan here. Strip all from non-CTA. That's great. Place a circular dot. Replace. Okay, that's good. Replace ticker marquee. Alright, I think this sounds really good. Let's build it now. Alright, guys. So the changes are now applied. Let's actually reload and see what it did. So boom, there you go. I think this is definitely better. Obviously, I think some font sizings needs to be fixed. And even if you take a look, right, it has taken like some generic imagery that is there. But still, this looks a lot better than how it was looking previously. So if you click here, this should play a certain audio. Even if you like click on any of these, as you can see, right, it is playing that. So this is like the whole concept is already there. I think this whole structure will work a lot better compared to what they were showing previously. Yes, so this is how like the page looks like right now. You can clearly see, like, obviously, this is like AI generated. So it's definitely breaking here and there, and it has that generic look, but the structure is a lot better compared to what it was before. All right, so what we can do is we'll take the full page image, and I'm just going to save this. Let's save it here. And what I will mention is the following. So I'm going to open Claude again, and I will mention it certain few things which needs the change. So let's take it here, and yeah, I'm going to go through each section one by one to give my viewpoint, and I'm just going to take the screen here, right, like on the other tab, so it doesn't interfere in between. All right, so I think there are a lot of things we can improve, and this is only in terms of copy right now. I want all the headings to sound a bit more enterprisey. Right now I think it sounds like we are very salesy. Like I don't like it. That feels very cheap. I think we can show it more as an ecosystem. We can make it sound more like an ecosystem. So the end user thinks of Helios as like one-stop place where they can just plug in their data, and like all the communication can be handled. I hope that makes sense. Okay, that is there. I think for hero section, that much is still fun, even though I'm like mentioning it for like the overall landing page. But yeah, I think that is majorly one issue that I'm seeing right now. 0 wait times. I think we also need to remove M dashes. I honestly don't like M dashes, so that's important. Also, we don't want to use M dashes. That's very important. So let's not use that. The steps section, I think it can have a bit more to it. Like it can be simplified with like simpler headings, like let's say onboarding, and then agents go live, or setting up agents. I think that's a lot better keyword. Like we set it up and then we simply go live. And after that, let's add another step which mentions about optimization. Also for testimonials, can we use like I think testimonials are still fine. It's all right. Let's not do something for testimonials. The first point of headings also apply to the final call to action headline, because I think that can also be closed a lot better. So that is there. And then we also need an FAQ section. So also generate content for that. And I'm also going to mention it. This is all being built in Cursor. So all of this is being built inside Cursor. So I first want you to generate the copy and then also give instructions, which I can mention inside Cursor's planning mode. And another thing that I'm going to do is feel free to ask me as many questions you want before you start writing. So what this does is it gives better output, because if there are some doubts that AI has, it's going to ask you beforehand, before actually doing the proper thinking. So all right, the enterprise tone, when you say that, do you mean more IBM Serious Confident, or more like, okay, this is actually a template we built, so it's taking conversion optimized SaaS, which does feel cheap. Yeah. I think we'll need a balance of enterprise, but the idea is that we also have to convert the audience, right? So that's also important. So yeah, let's find a balance, but it should lean more towards enterprise side. Platform, like operating system from rather than individual rule or one more sort. Yeah, I think for this, we can go with the first one. I want it to feel like an operating system for your front office. I think that's better positioning, because then it doesn't feel like a feature list. I think this can be something around never miss a client, something around that, never miss a lead. But we'll have to frame it so it also sounds like an ecosystem. That's very important. What else do we have? So if you see here, right, the idea is here, we just mentioned that never miss, something around that. I'm not able to properly figure that out. But I do like this eyebrow text that is there, built for traders and field services. So I'm just going to mention that. I like the eyebrow text. Let's just keep it the same. So that just remains as it is. No, I think we can use proper labels. Day 1 to day 3, what happens, which is probably just onboarding, or maybe day 1 can just be onboarding. The other days can then, be balanced out, because we want to show that we set it up in under 2 weeks. So the idea is for us to book, for them to book an appointment Google Meet call with us, but we can just make it something like get a demo. I think that is a lot better. Or maybe get a personalized demo. So there can be like an eyebrow text for the button itself, personalized demo, and then under that, get a demo. Like we can phrase it a lot better. So that is there. And then we have FAQ. Do you have sense of 3 to 5? Yeah, I think here we can go like a bit generic, because we don't know the product too well. Like what are like the common issues that clients ask. So what we can do is like how much time it takes for the setup. And you can think it yourself, like what else we can add. Okay, so this is what it has given us. All right, so it's given us like 3 choices. Never miss a lead. Your front office always on. I honestly don't like this. I do like never miss a lead. That's very nice. One platform every call answered. Okay, so I'm gonna give it like the H1 option A is something maybe we can show more in description, but for the heading, I like option B. But I think even that needs more refinement. So we can maybe frame it in, I want to frame it as like a sentence. For example, one platform that answers every call, so you never lose a job. Like I know this sounds a bit too long, but can we frame it in this way? Yeah, this is there. And please make sure to never use M dashes. That's very important. Okay, so now based on this, like mention everything to Cursor. I will simply copy paste it. You can write it as a .md so it understands it well, or I can just use a regular text. That also works. Whatever is faster to do. So I'm just talking with it like a just like another person or a coder, right? So that's pretty simple. Okay, so it has given me like these two, actually 3. One platform that answers every call, so you never lose a job. Never miss, I think is better. Never miss a job, so you never miss a job, because if you're losing, like you have to have that job, right? So I think never miss a job. Yeah, that's good. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy all this. I'm gonna be giving this to Cursor. Obviously, I need to edit also. All right, so now the plan is ready. We simply have to start building it. So as you can see, it has added like a lot of things. And it's also properly mentioned the lines. So this is something we don't really need to care about, because we have properly mentioned each and everything. So all right, it took some time, but it has given the output. Let's reload and see how it performs. All right, one platform that answers every call, so you never miss a job. That is fine. And obviously, this is gonna play. This is good. A complete front office team built for the trades. Okay, each agent is trained specifically. Okay, this is great. And as you can see now, it has mentioned this very properly. Every call answered, every job logged. Unlimited capacity, 0 hold time. Sales executive, unsold codes followed and closed. And it's also giving you some idea. Obviously, this is mainly just a structural design instead of the proper UI design. But this is again, some heading like sizing issue is there, but I don't think that's the main point of the video. And after that, yeah. So as you can see, we have there, and then we have like 7-day onboarding, right? So 7-day process. So we have onboarding, agent configured, then you go live, continuous optimization. And then we have integrations, we have testimonials, and we have an FAQs, and then we have see how Helios fits your business. Again, it has messed up this call to action, but I think it still works quite well. A 20-minute walkthrough tailored to your trade, your team, and the way you work. So I think this is a very, very good structure that they can literally use, and the page will perform a lot better. Obviously, the design also needs an improvement, but this video isn't exactly just about visuals. But yeah, the structure design is perfect, and I think this is exactly what they should follow. But anyways, guys, I hope you liked this video. So if we just compare it, right, Helios.ai. So this is how it looks right now, and this is after. Again, this wasn't like a visual stuff that we were doing. It gives you the idea that this is like a proper ecosystem, both in terms of copy and especially this section. I think this is like the heart of the website, and this wasn't really done that well. So this also fixed, and now they don't exactly like even need to create a detailed page unless like there's specific things they want to mention, because this can all be put up very well in this landing page itself, and the website is pretty much like the same size. I think ours is a bit more quicker, like it since we have properly used spacing here. But yeah, this was before and after. So if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down what brand you want me to do next, or I'll just pick any which I like. But anyways, thanks.